rarest creepy sightings. Alright, here we go. Are you cursed? If you've seen any of these things, I recommend going to sleep with the lights on. Oh. Right, we're gonna get maximum creepy for this video. I'm gonna change the lights to red. Okay, 1 in 2 people have seen a solar eclipse. I've seen a solar eclipse, not for years, but I remember seeing one when I was little. 1 in 4 people have claimed to see someone die. Oh, Christ. 1 in 6 people have claimed to see a mutant animal. Well, my girlfriend Becky, I used to have a chicken that was called King Harold, and she had like a crooked beak. Does that count? 1 in 8 people have seen spirit orbs. Was it snowing in a recent photo, or was it spirits of the dead? It was snowing. It was probably just snowing. 1 in 10 people have seen a murmuration. What's a murmuration? A menacing flock of birds that can collectively make the sun disappear. I've seen birds flying about together, but they've never blocked out the sun. 1 in 12 people have claimed to see a UFO. I've seen a UFO. Well, I've seen... It was probably a plane. Yeah, it was a plane. 1 in 14 people have seen a tree on a tree. How's that creepy? That's just cool bit of nature, isn't it? Oh, God, not a tree on a tree. Oh. 1 in 15 people have seen a blood waterfall. Yeah, that's creepy. And then 1 in 16 people have claimed to see someone stalking them. 1 in 18 people have seen evil clowns. Mass hysteria surrounding the 2016 clown scare. Right, back in about 2012, okay, in like the small village where I live, people started dressing as clowns and just like walking about at night to try and deliberately creep people out. And there was one that like stood near my door when I was home alone and I was like 12, and it was really creepy. So I stand by the evil clown one. 1 in 20 people have seen a ball of lightning. That would be epic, but I've not seen that. 1 in 25 people claim to have seen Bloody Mary. Ever seen Bloody Mary's reflection in a dark room? You're likely hallucinating. Oh, way to ruin the drama of it. 1 in 30 people have seen crop circles. I mean, yeah, I've seen crop circles, but I think it was just a farmer having fun with his combine harvester rather than aliens. The Megabat! Oh my god! A Philippine native. Their 1.6 meter wingspan is as wide as Tom Cruise is tall. I mean, there's no need to come at Tom Cruise like that unnecessarily. What are you bringing Tom Cruise into this for? 1 in 50 people claim to have seen Alexa laughing at night. Oh my god. So I don't think this has ever happened to us, but I've watched some terrifying videos about it. Here, watch this one. Listen to that. That's not that man. That's Alexa. And he's like, stop it. Honestly, that would absolutely terrify me. Oh my god, what is 60 people have apparently seen a zombified human? Goodness me, 1 in 70 people have seen burglars in their house. Okay, that one is just genuinely like a scary thing. 1 in 80 people have seen an active landmine. Okay. 1 in 90 people have seen the Milky Sea, a rare illusion created by the works of bacteria. Or an evil naval warning. No, just some bacteria, I think. Oh my god, 1 in 100 people have seen a plague doctor. Plague doctors are absolutely terrifying. Raining frogs? That actually happened, didn't it? I've heard about that before. It rained frogs. They got swept up in a storm, and then gravity happened, and they fell back down. That would have been absolutely horrible to witness. 1 in 250 people claim to have seen a KKK ritual rally. Right, yeah, that is still a bit of a thing in the US, isn't it? Oh! Look at that little fella. 1 in 300 people claim to have seen a goblin shark. The name derives from a Japanese demon fitting for the creepiest looking shark. He looks amazing. 1 in 400 people have witnessed an escaped prisoner. 1 in 500 people have seen Somali pirates. That would be scary. 1 in 600 people have seen a kidnapping. Human trafficking was not even a federal crime in the United States until... What? What? 1 in 800 people have seen a public execution. Right, okay. Can we keep this video a bit lighter, guys? 1 in 2,000 people have seen their doppelganger. I get people tweeting me all the time saying, this person looks exactly like you, and it's just a white, brown-haired male that has, like, quite a round head and a big nose. But it would be incredible to see someone that actually looks a lot like me. I feel like we could make some great videos. Alright, 1 in 5,000 people have witnessed a plane crash. That would be very scary. 1 in 7,500 people, right, we're getting very rare now, have witnessed the Alea ghost lights. This smoky ghost throws sailors off path, drowning them in eternal darkness. Oh my god, like mermaids. 1 in 9,000 people have seen a cannibal. Cannibalism is still practiced tribally in Papua New Guinea. That is pretty insane. King Tutankhamun, King Tut, as his friends call him, was first displayed in London in 1972. Only 1 million people have seen him. I want to see him. Whoa, oh, god. Okay, well, there we are. 1,000,001. Perfect. 1 in 50,000 people claim to have seen El Chupacabra. Literally means goat sucker. Oh my god, not the goat sucker. Oh, whatever you do not want to bump into the goat sucker. When 80,000 people claim to have seen a mermaid, their beautiful voices are a trick to lure you in and devour you. I think you probably just saw a large fish. One in 100,000 people claim to have seen a yeti. Okay, pictures of their footprints have sold for $7,000. One in 200,000 people claim to have seen the Loch Ness Monster. There he is. Oh my god, forget about Steve Jobs. It's the dog boy. It's the ghost of Gerald Batis, who tortures and... I mean, I'm guessing that's not a picture of him then. You've kind of ruined the fun of that. Okay, all of these other images are just really, really creepy. Look at the Skinwalker and the Goat Man. Who would you rather bump into? The Goat Sucker or the Goat Man? I think I'd rather the Goat Sucker. Skinwalker, however, absolutely terrifying. Okay, then we've got the Kraken, which it always just looks absolutely incredible. 1 in 3 million people claim to have seen Frenzone Nightcrawlers. Oh my, these images are getting so scary. The Rake? The Smiling Man? He roams the streets at 2 a.m. and moves towards people creepily dancing? Oh, that's awful. And then finally, we have Siren Head, a 40-foot-tall urban legend. The Mary Celeste Ghost Ship, an 1872 ship, lost all of her crew in an unknown event despite being intact. Oh my god, so it was just floating about with no one on it. And then finally, 1 in 50 million people claim to have seen Umi Bozu, a Japanese folklore legend. The sea monk was cited as a giant, eerie human head. Oh my god, that's just Humpty Dumpty, isn't it? Alright, thanks for watching. That was the rarest creepy sightings. I personally feel very creeped out right now. Check out Watch Data at the top of the description. Subscribe, let's get to 1 million, and I'll see you later.